Okay, this is Mike Franklin, the property tax guy, and today we're going to be talking about what happens when you get your notice in the mail that your assessment has been raised. What next? Should you challenge your property tax assessment or no? So anyway, you got the notice in the mail and your assessment went up. There's a couple things to look at. First of all, does the new value that's been applied to your property um, is the fair market value that they've assigned to you? Uh, think realistically whether or not you can sell your property for that figure. If you can, then you wouldn't have an excessive argument. But if you can't, then you would have an excessive argument. Then the next question is, are there other properties in your area that are as good or better than yours that are assessed for less? And if the answers to both of those questions are no, then you probably should not be challenging your assessment. But if you can't sell it for what it was assessed for, or if there are other properties that are as good or better that are assessed for less, also you remember to take into consideration the current assessment, the 2022 assessment in this case, and what you'll be talking about is what was the value of the property based on July 1st, 2021. What could it sell for at that point in time based on its condition as of March 1st, 2022. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. And so, you got to think long and hard about it. It's not just because your tax bill is going up. It's, are you assessed properly? Taxes can be high. And so just because your taxes went up doesn't mean you're not properly assessed. So, think about that long and hard. And if an assessment is within 10%, they're presumed to be correct, close enough for government work, as they say. But if it's significantly off, then, you may want to look into it further. And so if it's residential, you'll have an opportunity to make an appointment with the assessor and discuss it with them. Go over the details. When you do talk to the assessor, make certain you've done your homework and you're familiar with the comparables, and be ready for the conversation. If you get nowhere with the assessor, then you file an RP 524, and usually it has to be in. It depends on the town. Check out their website, but usually the tentative tax roll is May 1st, and you'll have to the end of May to schedule your bar hearing. It's usually at the end of May is the bar hearing, and you have to schedule an appointment with them and see how you do with the Board of Assessment Review. And if that doesn't work, if they deny you, you'll have 30 days to file a small claims assessment review petition and go before a state hearing officer. That's an RPTL 730A, and you have to file that. It's a $30 filing fee, and you have to serve certified or in person, get a receipt to the county clerk and to the town clerk, and you have to send mailed copies to the assessor, the county treasurer, and to the school district secretary. File copies of that petition with them. And then you'll hear from a hearing officer who will schedule the hearing. And you can do all that yourself. You can call me with any questions you want. I don't charge for phone call questions. Call anytime, and I generally answer the phone. If not, I'll get back to you. Leave a message. And if you want me to handle the petitions and do the arguments for you, be in touch with me, and I'll analyze the situation, verify that you have a case, and if you do, I'll give you a proposal on, based on the circumstance. But anyway, that's what happens when you get your assessment notice in the mail and the assessment has gone up. They say right on the notice, just because your assessment went up doesn't mean your taxes went up, and that's true. If everybody's assessment went up, then it's a percentage of the budget, it's conceivable that even if your assessment went up, that your taxes wouldn't go up. But it just depends on what the tax rate is, and well, it depends on a few things. But anyway, just look at those issues and be realistic with yourself about whether it's excessive or unequal. If it's not, there's no point wasting everybody's time with it. You should be willing to pay your fair share, and so it's about getting to the proper figure. I don't help people try to get more than they deserve. I just try to get them where they should be, nothing more and nothing less, and that's really about all there is. It's about all there is to it. It's about demonstrating that you are correct. That any reasonable person would conclude that you're correct, and if you can do that, then you're likely to be successful getting an adjustment, to that figure. This is Mike Franklin, the property tax guy. 315-876-2262. Thank you.